Hello everyone, and welcome to the Comm-Cast. I'm Raven Pines, the main hostess of the podcast, and I have some special guests. Introduce yourselves, please.
Nick, don't you dare.
No, I'm gonna introduce myself. Hello, everybody. At this moment, I believe I am called Bolsifer, though if this Comm-Cast thing comes out late enough, I will most likely be called either Nova Star Shock or Miss Star Shock.
Hello, my name is Theinsanecritic, or as people call me Critic. I'm here to chew ass and eat bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Well, you're not gonna chew ass because I think that's kind of illegal.
Yeah.
What? Cannibalism is illegal, kids.
Yep.
Forgive me if you hear noise in the background of like a little boy laughing. I'm watching my little brother.
That's alright. And we have two other people who I believe want to introduce themselves.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I gotta go, guys.
Oh, alright. Well, that just happened.
Hypochromia was never seen again. Oh. No, wait, no, let's talk about that.
Hey, are you saying the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, we're not saying the Pledge of Allegiance. We're just,
Can you see, like...
No, it's not like that. The two other guests that I have... Yeah, the other two people are 64 Beastie Man and Hypochromia.
Hello, I am Le Chromebook. The one that can't download shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, my youngest sister has a Chromebook.
Oh, shoot. We still need to introduce Beastie Man.
Hello everybody, my name is 64 Beastie Man, and it's an honor to be on the Slideshow Commentary podcast today.
Yep. So I feel like since this is the pilot episode, I feel like I want to make this a bit more general, just like, we'll just talk about, like, whatever it is that pops up on our minds, whether it be just about, commentaries in general, or any other subjects that they know about, you know, like Pokemon or something like that.
Pokemon.
Have you guys watched any good commentaries recently? We just make it a screen share of some random person's commentary. We just all watch.
Yeah, I remember this year. I do remember watching Doodle's commentary about the whole Joshua versus Lindana fiasco. I mean, let's be honest. The less said about that drama, the better. I mean, I think I remember, like, what he was suggested is, like, live commentaries, but that's another discussion for another time, because there are so many live commentaries that ultimately don't do well, and I don't even know, like, what it is. I mean, unless it's, like, DLC TV, if anyone remembers that, then live commentaries don't always work.
I don't know why. I don't know if you're talking about live commentaries or, like, live action commentators, because, like, I don't know why, just, like, people commentating on live action figures, it's just, like, really nostalgic for me. I don't know why. It might be because back when I was a kid, I had a fear of black borders, and yes, I'm going to talk about that later, but not now. It's just that, like, I don't know why, it just feels really 2012 to me when they show, like, their 3x4 quality camera. It just feels really nostalgic.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I understand.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean...
I have two things to state.
Yeah?
And will we keep that entire thing? That was pretty bad.
Yeah, I definitely think we should cut that out. Cut that part out entirely.
Wait, this is gonna be edited in post?
Yes, I will be using, like, Sony Vegas, to edit that part out. Because I feel like that wasn't really... It was pretty creepy and messed up, and it's not really needed at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Wait, the wrench thing or the live action face?
Yeah, the wrench thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a trigger to some people.
Oh, actually, you know what?
What
How
about the
about
Joshua thing?
I don't know why, but like, kind of. Are you gonna plan on doing that thing where like, oh my god, not another plane?
Oh.
Okay, I'm back. Just another plane flew over my house.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Basically,
if you think that planes are annoying, then wait until you hear a train coming through. I mean, I remember going to Texas for a family member's wedding, and then a train just flew by, like, at one of the houses that I was staying in for the night. It didn't wake me up, though, but I just kind of remember, like, hey, this house is near a train or something.
oh my god. Okay, it isn't like same to what you said. I'm not gonna talk about why you said that, but basically, I don't. Are you gonna be doing that thing where like it's just like the R4 OCs or avatars just sitting on a table, just like speaking?
Well, yeah, I mean, if...
I was gonna
I was gonna. I don't know
like, it was gonna be like a talk show, except like we had like whatever avatar we wanted on, like.
Yeah, definitely.
If we're doing that, and if we're doing OCs, I want to draw everybody.
Yes. Well, yeah, we might be doing OCs for the thumbnail for that. And if you wanted to draw the thumbnail for that, then that would be greatly appreciated. We'll give you the credit. Don't you worry.
Oh my god. That's what the podcast episode will be, just the process of me making the thumbnail.
Oh, yes. And we're just gonna be talking about, like, random stuff as we go. Yeah, the OC has been opened up.
Also, one more question before we get into the actual discussion or whatever.
Yeah?
Hey,
Oh.
here.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah, are we gonna keep the thing about Joshua in there?
No, we're not. Because, well, let's face it, the less said about that, the better. I mean, we've had, like, a live stream and tweets about that crap already.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably best, like, that's what I'm saying. We should probably keep that out. Like, that whole...
Yeah, and, Sean, and, one guest has arrived. This is, Sean S.
I'm Sean.
Yep. Alright.
Hi, Sean.
Because I want you to keep that part about the thumbnail thing.
Yeah, the thumbnail thing, yes, we're definitely gonna be keeping that.
Imagine if we do a plot
Yeah, I mean,
by the end of this podcast series.
yeah, make it like, are we trying to make it like an ARG or something where it's just like reverse messages and all that, like a Gravity Falls episode?
I mean, probably that's kind of your channel's aesthetic, and since this will be edited in post, yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, probably in that regard, yeah. Yeah, to think there might be like a YouTube channel that I make just solely dedicated to this podcast in particular. So if you're watching this in post, then just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, and I know the audio quality of the guests here doesn't really sound that good because I'm recording this with the guests coming in from my phone on a Discord call. But as soon as I find a way for my computer to just fully record Discord conversations on my computer, then I think the audio quality might be better. I think
you can use OBS, I believe.
Yeah, OBS. Yes, definitely. I've tried OBS before, and it has worked great.
OBS?
Yeah, I do have OBS. Yeah, and remember when I recorded that part where we remember when we recorded that thing that we were doing during the premiere of the first PodCom?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that. Yeah, we for another episode.
I tried to forget.
Yeah, for an episode, I think we might talk about commentaries that we might regret making in the future. So.
I genuinely don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
I don't think that's inherently a bad thing, but like that's probably gonna cause some people to get some PTSD.
Oof. Yeah.
like, in a serious sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Serious and figurative.
That's understandable.
Actually, so here, how is this template for the thumbnails?
Oh, the thumbnails? Oh yeah, I like that template for the... I really like that template for the thumbnails, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Now I just need to steal all of your avatars that you're using in this.
Oh yeah.
Also, so what does everybody have in the works when it comes to commentaries? Like,
I have but I'm still waiting for some people's voices.
hold up a second.
We're not to go after Common Rider.
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time, please.
Okay. So basically, I'm working on Little Shots episode 5, but I still need some voices from some people. I'm not going to disclose who, but yeah, I need voices.
Yeah, I think I sent my voice lines to you.
Yeah, you and Boltsy both did. You and Boltsy.
I love the voice line I did for you. It's amazing.
Yes.
For me, I'm still going to be doing that quickie that I said that I would be doing on D-Sponge Entertainment. I just need Supersonic Word to say what he needed to say in the script for that video. But at the moment, I'm currently working on reviews and all of that to keep me occupied with at least something.
Oh yes.
I feel so much pain whenever somebody says the word quickie, and that I just say quick commentary because I hate the other meaning.
Or if you're
I hate how that can go with another word, like another definition.
Why does everything have to turn into sex around the
Yeah. Okay. Not in front of the minors, please. Not in front of the potential minors who might be in the chat, please.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm right here, but I'm just saying I'm not the one who created the term. It's not a good term.
If you're like me, then I just like to call them short commentaries. And speaking of short commentaries, I actually just finished recording my lines for my short commentary on Neuralities. It's the video that she did about problematic media and cancel culture in general. The section, spoiler alert, the section that I'm gonna cover is about the thing with Sister Crone being racist due to how she is drawn, apparently.
Oh my.
Yeah, and
I'm afraid to make a full name.
yeah, and
Let's not argue about stuff like that.
Yeah, let's not. And for those of you who are triggered by the racism mention here, I apologize.
Who's next? Beastie Man. What do you have? I'm gonna say my stuff last.
I got nothing in the works right now, although I may do a commentary on Carmen Rider in the future.
Ooh, Carmen Rider.
Wasting time commentary. I have
You're like the recent bandwagon of 2021.
Yeah, and
want to make Carmen Rider a bandwagon.
Yeah, Carmen Rider has already been bandwagon much enough already. So let's...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't like hopping on bandwagons unless I have a certain reason. For Carmen Rider, I do. And it's nothing about, the person themselves, it's just their video. I'll explain it when the video comes.
Yeah. And unless we forget that there are also some new commentators coming in to the mix this year. I'm sure everybody knows about Skeeter Media.
Like Mr. Skeeted on your car.
Okay. I hate their name for their commentary.
I have so many
person.
Part. It's just mainly because I listened to this song. I don't know if I can say it. I'm gonna write it down.
let's not say.
Yeah, let's not, no.
Also, I'm just gonna say this kind of the same problem with the words like quickies when it comes to commentary.
Yeah, basically, this was the song title.
Also, what was I gonna say? I remember now.
And because
Yeah,
the song title
actually,
made that, I can never look at the word skeet the same again.
No.
Man.
Well,
I also have a commentary on what I believe to be a new commentator, or at least a semi-new commentary commentator. I'm not gonna say
Do you have any like images of Critic's avatar?
It's coming very soon. I'm like working on it. It's called. I'm sure some of you know of the commentary. It's called Till 3005. Yes, that is a Childish Gambino reference.
yeah, and here's what I don't like about Skeeter's video. First of all, a lot of it just falls under first commentator syndrome, if you get my drift. Basically, a lot of new commentators are very experimental. This is like they're at that stage where they're experimenting with how their points are presented, their editing, and how they want to tell their jokes, that sort of thing.
See, with him, I think editing is good for a beginner.
Yeah.
He has good editing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Some things I have problems with. That's just my graphic designer. Like your graphic design class is really getting to me.
Yeah.
I
When you do like keyframes, you can bet that I notice some issues, but it's really good for a beginner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've said it before. Yeah, and I think I've said it before in another server, and I'll say it again. It does have decent editing by its side, but I am not a big fan of the points that are presented and his tone towards the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's like, and the reason why is primarily because I kind of see a lot of 2018 me in that commentary for some reason. Whenever I think of that, when I see stuff like that, I just think of my Onision commentary or my Sonic Shadow 98 commentary. Like, it just kind of brings back some bad memories of mine, you know?
That's understandable. Also, I'm sorry to be that person, but I don't think we should be talking about somebody's video for too long.
Yeah.
I feel from anybody else's commentary.
You're not gonna...
I just don't think we should try to, we should end up accidentally starting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to the Skeet Media person, if you are watching this, don't worry. We're not attacking you in any way. We're just giving out our thoughts, is all. That's all we're doing, especially with commentaries. Just
right now is like ganging somebody.
Yeah, and please don't go and harass this person. It's not gonna be a good look on all of us because, and especially since like the SEC has had enough of a bad reputation already.
Not even just that. I just don't feel like people should be harassed. Like, if we mention anybody, please don't harass them just at all.
Yeah, no.
And we don't want that to happen. I assume we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise, we would end up getting the 2016 commentary community.
Oh yeah, the 2016 commentary community was bad, but a lot of people document 2017 to be the worst year for commentaries thus far.
It's because of what they said with doodle tones.
Yeah, people were just being spiteful towards one another. Yeah, people were just being spiteful towards one another. They want to start getting at each other's throats. They want to have this, like, one big, and I'm sorry for saying this, shut the fuck up contest.
Man. And honestly, here's a fun fact about 2017. I actually only made 2 commentary videos that year, 4 if you count both of the co-ops that I did with Supersonic Ward 15.
Can I mention my favorite thing about Supersonic Word 15?
Go ahead.
You're a Brody.
No, it's the keep running.
Yeah, keep running. Yeah, every commentator has, like, those ending phrases like that. And
Man.
yeah, we might talk about, like, about how commentators present their personalities in a future podcast, whether that be, like, visual presentation of the voice, and the opening and ending phrases that they use.
Yeah, basically, I think I have 4 so far. I have yoy, oi, and why do you sound like?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Supersonic Words keep running catchphrase got so huge to the point where people started nicknaming him the Running Man.
The Running Man.
Hey, I'm gonna try and find an image of, like, I think his main avatar is like Rainbow Dash, right?
Yeah, Rainbow Dash.
You can find an image where it's like, you know, like the hang on there image where it's just a cat holding onto a branch. I want to find that image, but instead of a cat, it's a Rainbow Dash. In order to, like, put that up there.
Oh, you want me to look that up for you? I think it might be on the internet somewhere.
Okay, yeah, sure, thanks.
Alright, hang on. Hang in there.
Just like the things on the table is just
Rainbow Dash.
on that table is just a miniature picture of that image.
Probably.
Let's see, there's one where Rainbow Dash is tied up.
Yeah, you know, I find it funny how people who, like, within the community who talk to me always, like, at least not always, but from what I hear a lot of the time, like, when they think of a phrase that I say, it's just, well, actually. Oh, no, it's not well, actually, my bad. It's very similar. It's, well, not exactly. Well, not exactly. Like, it's not my fault I have such an urge to correct people.
Is Bucket considered part of the SEC?
Well,
A lot of people say that they aren't, like, because they're a child, and I just don't get that, because they made, like, 7 commentaries so far.
I haven't heard that excuse. I haven't heard Bucket say themselves that they're in the SEC.
Yeah, they are in the... Yeah, I don't think Bucket's necessarily in the SEC. Oh, and here's that image that you requested, by the way, Hypochromia.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, like I was saying, like, if you, like, how do I say it? If you just do commentaries and say you're in the SEC, you're in the SEC.
Yeah, if it's done in, like, the SEC style, then you might be considered part of the community, you know?
Yeah, their latest commentary, I really liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
You haven't watched it?
Yeah, I did watch it just a while ago.
I'm not the only one.
I watched Buckethead's commentary too. I thought it was fun. Like, there were some things that I just, like, were like, eh. But, you know, I honestly, I hasn't been on the old commentary on it or something. Like, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is, like, what, like, 13? Listen, I don't
Like, close to that age, I think.
people who are, like, very, like, I don't like doing that. Especially people who don't do much commentaries. Like, I know Buckethead hasn't made that many. Like, it's more so the amount of experience that makes me not want to be like, oh my god, this is so bad.
Oh yeah, actually, how many times are we going to be doing these podcasts?
Like, maybe, yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be a schedule. Like, maybe somewhere around, like, once every 2 weeks or so.
I mean, I could try to make that work. Actually, I don't know about the 2 weeks thing, actually. Actually, no, maybe, no, actually, I could probably make that work, maybe.
Yeah, that could possibly work.
There's a chance.
Yeah,
Man,
There is it.
you work this.
Yeah, there is a chance.
Messy.
Possibly. Like, if anyone can't make it to the podcast, like, maybe, like, yeah, we try to do one once every 2 weeks, and it would be fine. But if anyone just wants to have a podcast when their schedule, if they want to work that around that schedule, then that should be fine by me. Either way.
Yeah, because, like, I'm just wondering if you're gonna have to be in every podcast to record it.
Yeah, I mean, I am the main host of it, so if I make time to, if I actually kind of make the time to record the podcast, whether it's like me or someone else, then me or someone else that can record, maybe with better recording software, then that would be then that could possibly work.
I mean, whatever goes, I guess.
Yep.
Man. So, let's talk about something very controversial. Avatars.
Oh, avatars.
Hate them. And the FCC people love them for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
For some reason, though.
Yeah, so for those of you listening who are not aware of the whole Avatar thing, basically, it's a character that they use to represent themselves, whether they be copyrighted, or they're just hand-drawn by the person themselves, or they're commissioned by an artist.
See, I think I do something interesting where, like, originally, like, in intros, I use my OC, but that OC has, like, 2 different people in that OC, and one of them is voiced by Raven, so I want to do that thing where, like, you know how, like, sometimes Doodle does, like, plots, and then, like, it switches to her drawing?
Yeah.
I think I did that with episode 4, but instead of drawing, I just changed the avatar to, like, one that could fit, like, the Chromia version of Hypochromia.
Oh, yeah. That definitely. Usually when I choose avatars for my commentaries, it could just depend on the mood that I am in. For example, if I were to use, like, say, Kamara Naegi from Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, then that would mean that either I am in an argumentative mood, or I just want to turn my commentary into a Danganronpa-style class trial. If you know what I mean.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Why are you doing commentaries in an argumentative mood?
In a what mood?
When are you doing commentaries and just aren't in an argumentative mood?
An argumentative mode? Basically, if there are any arguments that I feel that have extremely faulty reasoning, or if there is a way to prove those said arguments wrong, then that would be the time where I get into argumentative mode in my commentaries. Otherwise, if I use people like Mabel Pines, for example, I try to be, upbeat and positive with my commentaries, despite the fact that I'm covering a really, really poorly made video. And if I were to use, like, Byleth, that could signify that I want to be more of like a teacher to my targets, because it makes sense, right? Because Byleth in Fire Emblem Three Houses is the professor.
Oh, shit.
What's the name of, like, the latest commentator with ski in their name? I forgot what it's called.
I don't remember.
I think that you're talking about Ski Hounds or something.
No,
Yeah.
Ski Hound doesn't exist.
Ski Hound is just a figment of our imagination.
Your imagination.
I think I know people talking about it in, like, one server.
Yeah, we talking. Yeah, if it's not like
What was I gonna say? Personally, I like using avatars a lot because, how I see avatars are like collecting cards. Like, if I see a character that fits me in some sort of way, or someone I just really like, some character I really, really like, I'm gonna be like, save that as an avatar and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna use
It's
it.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, it's the same for me. Yeah, it's the same for me, except it's whenever, like, if I were to say, like, if it's like, say, Luz Nocena from the Owl House, for example, it's basically just for LGBT-related stuff. Either her or, in the future, if I use her, Luna Loud. From the Loud House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when have you used Luna?
I have not used Luna yet, but I will in the future, in a future commentary, if I were to make another video someday.
One day.
Yeah, one day. And right now, for my short commentary, I'm going to be using Emma from The Promised Neverland because, let's face it, that fits way too well with the subject that I am talking about. That being an anime about children being livestock, basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you know, using certain avatars can work depending on the particular tone that the video that you're commentating on sets. Like, you know, remember my first commentary on Dan Stein where I used Jerry from Tom and Jerry? I used him because, you know, Jerry goes through a lot of things every day, and, you know, Dan Stein's video that I commentated on was very chore-inducing to sit through.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I use Haru, but that's a lot of personal reasons, so I'm not gonna get to Haru.
Freak.
I use... No, that actually has nothing to do with it. I'll be 100%. Like I said, it's a lot of personal reasons I'm not gonna get into. I actually did use, what is it? I used, what's her name? Gilda. Yeah,
Gilda.
I see myself the mean person. Plus, I really like Gilda's design.
See, is it just me? I like all of the Promised Neverland, like, children designs, like, all 40 of them.
Yeah, they almost kind of look like...
I was so... That's why I thought, like, what's that blonde girl's name from the Promised Neverland?
Are you talking about, like, Connie?
No. She was, like, 11 years old, and, like, she had braids, and in the end of season 1, she cut them off.
Are you talking about Wendy?
What the fuck? I'm talking about a blonde. Okay, yeah, I think... Okay, so, this needs explaining. So you know how there's 40 kids in that orphanage in the beginning?
Uh-huh.
There was one 11-year-old. She had blonde hair and she had braids, and she cut them off in the end. And in season 2, I don't know if this is spoilers.
Yeah, this might be spoilers. But
Okay, basically,
Please. Since I haven't
like
seen
censor this if you can. But basically, at the end of season 1, only 11 people could like escape, and one of those people was that girl. And
Alright.
the rest of the season, she didn't have those braids. But by the end of the manga, she had even more hair than she had originally.
oh,
I
Anna.
think her name was like Anna
Oh, yeah.
or something. I forgot.
Yeah, Anna. I think that might be Anna.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, like every
yeah.
single age of characters in that story has like a certain pair. Am I the only one who noticed that? Like the 12-year-olds, the pair was Gilda and Dawn. The 11-year-olds was Anna and that pianist. And with 4-year-old and with like 5-year-olds, it was Il and that one girl that he was always with in the manga.
Are you talking about, like, Connie?
No, not Connie. It was somebody else. I don't think they talk that much in the anime.
No.
Yeah, I need to find it. Basically, it was in a video where they were talking about how Phil knew everything from the start. Actually, I really liked that video because, like, so remember in episode 1 where they were taking the test? Why do you think Phil was afraid when he took his first test?
Yeah, I think Phil was afraid that he was gonna get chipped.
Yeah, he knew everything from the beginning.
Yeah, and he's like 5 years old or something. Like, I was like, yeah. now, since, we might want to get back on track since we're talking about, like, avatars and stuff.
Yeah, we just turn this into speculation about the Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Like I was saying, when it comes to avatars, I find them really interesting because they can also kind of express a thing about a person, not all the time. Like, at the time of, like, using Gilta, I actually didn't know much about My Little Pony, like, at all, but, like...
Yeah. And avatars can be used for inside jokes, too. And whenever I use, like, Pacifica Northwest as my avatar, it's basically just an inside joke about how, basically, Keyblade Master re-edited my video just so Pacifica can be used as my avatar for his re-edits.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like, how I used, like, Senko for my joke commentary on Doodle Tones, because, like, it was a joke between, like, me and Togenio.
I really need to find a time where I can use Woody as an avatar.
Woody?
Yeah, so Woody from BFDI, Battle for Dream Island.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen, like...
Okay, basically, this has a lot of history. Basically, in 2007, there were these two brothers, and they made an animation called, X Finds Out His Value. And then later, they discovered what Survivor was and wanted to do it, but replaced the contestants with objects. And they did this interesting thing, where, like, the voting, the elimination, it's not by the contestants, it's by the viewers. They have to vote who to eliminate. And so, by the beginning of the next episode, the contestant with the most votes is sent away, and they're put inside this box, and they're trapped there until the end of the season. And they actually take into account, like, the time in between episodes, because by the end of the first season, the eliminated contestants have been in that box for over 16 months.
Mom and Dad, I'm doing...
And Woody is the best character, don't even at me.
No, but don't worry, nobody's going to judge you on that.
Yeah, the fourth season just ended a couple months ago, so, like...
I'm going to judge you on that.
And...
Alright, come on. Alright, guys, we need to keep it civil here. Come on.
I know, it was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyways, on my use of avatars,
Yeah, go ahead, Beastie.
mostly I just use avatars based on who I think I should use for commentaries. But I do have a set avatar for when I use joke commentaries, and that's Captain Boomerang.
I love the commentary you did on me. The joke commentary you did on me was so amazing, man.
I have never done joke commentary in my life.
I don't think I've ever done a joke commentary either. I want to do one, though, but I just don't know who to do it on.
I never use a script for my joke commentaries.
Also, I
don't much natural. Like, I'm not good at forming jokes.
I hear your normal voice when I hear you did your birdie comm. I was like, whenever you do comms, you say everything at once. But when you did your birdie comm, you like enunciate every 5 words.
No. Okay, how do I explain this? I didn't actually script the birdie commentary. That was also unscripted, weirdly. But
yeah,
what happened was,
I can tell if it's
where you probably heard my voice, like, the most, is when I genuinely had a breakdown in that video. Like, as a recording, I had a whole breakdown, because I was just like, what am I doing?
Oh, you want virtual hugs for Nova. Virtual hugs.
I don't think you should feel too bad, because it was... How do I say this? I'm somebody who laughs at my own pain. Like, the way it happened, not exactly the breakdown itself, it was a very short one, but, like, the way it happened was so funny to me.
Also, I used Popcorn Cookie in, like, Little Shots episode 1, but that was in a conglomerate with 6 other cookies. So, like, I don't know why. Popcorn Cookie, I just want to use her as a main avatar for some reason.
I like Popcorn Cookie.
I mean, if you want to
Besides the color scheme, I like Popcorn Cookie.
Popcorn Cookie has multiple outfits. They also have this.
Oh, drip?
Yeah, Popcorn...
And also
I've never actually played that game before.
this.
Yeah, but it looks very interesting.
I like how avatars can help get people into things, but they're gonna be like, oh, what is this character from? I mean, that's what
Yeah, and
It's then slumber time.
yeah, speaking of getting people into things, if I use Nezuko Kamado from Demon Slayer as my avatar in the future, then some people in the SEC would know where she is from. I mean, I've seen Zenny, I don't know, yeah, Zenitsu, Zenny, like, used, sometimes has, like, Zenitsu as part of his avatar set, so he would know where that comes from if I ever use, Nezuko Kamado in the future.
And actually, I have a pretty interesting history with, like, an avatar I want to use.
Uh-huh.
Look at this person. Look at this person. You might be saying, why does that person look like Azriel, right? Why does that person look like my Azriel?
I mean,
The thing is that I have no idea how this happened, but earlier, I think in the beginning of 2020, before I, like, reenacted my commentaries, I made this video on how I love Tokyo After School Summoners, and specifically Jambavan, the character. After that video, this character's reveal trailer came out, and I made that video during the time I used Azriel. Now, you might be saying that might be a giant coincidence. I looked up Jambavan, right? I looked up Jambavan, just by Jambavan Tokyo After School Summoners by itself. One of my videos was the 9th result.
I probably is.
Wondering, do these
It
people
probably
know
is
who I
a
am?
coincidence. Wait, was it like, because like a character normally takes like a month to like exist.
Yeah.
Remember the pod commentary? Remember, like, the avatar used? That was Jambavan.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best bear boy.
Floofy!
Pretty punk champ.
Bingo.
And Umbrastada was another. And Umbrastada was another bear.
I mean, hey yo, hey yo.
Oh, yeah.
I got the rain done. Anyways,
Yeah, so back on... Yeah.
If you look up the character by itself, you'll find.
Oh, yeah, if I were... Yeah, we might want to censor that. I might want to censor that with, like, Waddle Squeal in editing.
You should.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to choose my avatar skills carefully.
Yeah.
Your character is so obscure
Yeah.
and not obscure. And not obscure in Rule 34. I don't know. I don't get it.
Ugh. Well, lesson learned. If something is not very pleasant or not very savory, and if you don't want to use it in your avatar files, stay away from using that, because otherwise, yeah, YouTube might get on your tail for that.
Imagine if I accidentally used one of the Rule 34 pics in his avatar set.
oh please.
No.
So it's not to violate.
No. Okay, so who here knows what doujinshis are?
What are those?
Basically, they're novels where it's basically people who ship characters. They do it with everything, even to the point where they ship Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters with Transformer characters. And Tokyo After School Summoners is a really big franchise in the doujinshi community because it's basically a game of shipping. And
Oh no.
custom covers, and the covers don't necessarily, they shouldn't be like Rule 34. They shouldn't like show any genitals or anything like that. And since, imagine if I used one of those covers for like a Jambavan stills.
Ugh.
That'd be too funny, but I don't know how to feel.
That would be kind of disturbing, especially to minors who might be watching that stuff. YouTube would just be like, nope, not gonna even bother having this up on the website. We're just gonna delete this. We need to protect the children.
Just imagine, somebody wants to do a commentary on a video with this person. They tried to do the best avatar pick for their thumbnail. They looked at a image with that, reversed image searched it, and then used it to read the doujinshi.
I mean, that's possible, but I don't think someone should do that.
No. No, because otherwise we might be promoting inappropriate things to minors who might be watching our videos.
Yeah.
And that's
God, I checked it.
yeah, that's one of the topics that we will be talking about in the future, and that is personal responsibility that lots of us as content creators have, especially those in the slideshow commentary community.
Considering the fact that the SEC talks about a bunch of rules, the fact that like a bunch of them are like breaking stuff, no. But thank God I proof checked. Thank God I like checked the stills. Thank God I checked.
Yeah,
the
look,
stills.
can I talk about that when it comes to avatar sets?
Yeah, sure.
Looking for avatars. I don't
Oh my God!
have to do
Remember
it,
like
but
Sonic Ward? Remember Sonic Ward's first commentary on Umbers and how he basically almost used Hinata.
Ugh.
Oh
boy.
That was in the Dark Ages.
Ugh.
yeah, as I was saying, when it comes to like avatar sets, I always recommend, like, you don't have to do this, but it's probably pretty important that you like look for the like where the origins of the image came from, not just for like, you know, what kind of image it might have been, but also like, how do I explain this? But also for the credit. The credit is like, okay, if you use fan arts, which not every SCP member uses, I know like Doodle Tones doesn't really do that anymore, really. Or, like,
Nobody does it.
A couple people don't, quite a couple people. I know some other commentators do use it. I'm not gonna say who uses fan art or not, or whatever. But like, I always recommend looking for the original images, like do reverse like image checks or whatever to try to find the original image, and just to give the credit. I mean,
Oh yes, definitely.
I don't feel like that should be really debatable. Like, if you can't find the original image credit, then I just recommend you just kind of like don't use the image.
Oh yeah, actually, Raven. I have a question.
Yeah.
Podcast. Whenever we talk about something and we use a specific image to represent it, are you gonna show that image when you edit it or no?
Yeah. I might show that image depending on. Yeah. Either that, I might show the image of what we might be discussing, or I might just put like timestamps for the topics discussed at hand.
Yeah. That's wild. That's wild. Yo, can I talk about one of my favorite things when it comes to presentation in the SDC?
Oh yes, please.
People do.
Keyframing.
Yes, keyframing. And I'm not talking about like normal zoom-ins and stuff. Like, that's cool and all. And I understand it takes a lot of effort to edit.
Keyframing.
Yeah, I must say, I understand it takes a lot of effort to like edit this. It takes me a couple months to make mine.
But so many people do the generic stuff.
Yeah, lots of people do keyframing. People like Doodle Tones, Blazing Hope, Keyblade Master.
I mean, like, okay, they do keyframing, yeah, but basically,
I'm not referring more closer to people like
only do like the
I know.
basic.
Yeah, I know Hypo has been trying to like do things with keyframing. I've personally been trying. I'm not sure if I'm making.
Yeah, I've been trying to do some keyframing for my videos as well, especially with my short commentaries.
Yeah, I've also had a couple attempts with
So many people, all they do is that they put an image and they just slide it in. Sometimes they jump, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they change it.
Yeah, but like an example of somebody who I felt like did things very well without making it look messy was Buggy Boy. I know he does. I know he denies that it looks nice or whatever, but honestly, he's a bit too harsh on himself. I like on his commentary on Umbers. I really liked. I remember one thing. It made the commentary a lot. Like, I don't know if people understand this, but for me personally, like the way certain, not just things moving in general, but the way certain things move to make them kind of feel dynamic, kind of help with making the commentary memorable. Like, performance is a lot. I don't know if people get that, but performance is pretty big. And Buggy did this one thing where, like, his avatar, like, split in two, and he was like, oh, yeah, it was so small, and it was just him saying, like, oh, okay, number 2, like, it was him saying the second part of his point. But it was something I haven't seen really done, and I was like, oh, that's really rad.
And I don't want to hear anybody in the comment section go, most people just listen to the commentary instead of just watching it. What if they watch it? What if they do watch it?
Videos, and especially television and movies, they are an audio-visual medium.
Screenshots.
They are an audio-visual medium. Yeah.
It's just like, I like, I'm not gonna bash on people who don't do it. Like, I understand why. Like I said, it's a lot of work.
Because,
I'm just saying, like, I love that. That's, like, my favorite part of, like, certain commentators, is the way, for instance, something's move.
Because
there's a certain commentator, I was gonna say, there's a certain ex-commentator that I won't mention, because I don't know if they are fine with me mentioning their name. But, God, I love the way they used to edit and just keyframe things.
Yeah, basically,
as long as their performance was just phenomenal, it looks like they were putting in their all when it came to, like, the voicing and stuff.
They were.
I won't give any names either.
Basically, there's something that you learn eventually, and that's something called show, don't tell. And if you want to do something yet don't tell it, you show it. So if people don't see it, and they, okay, yeah, sure, you can, get away with that stuff. But if they are seeing it, though, and you don't have enough keyframes to represent it, they're just going to be questioning why the characters are just fidgeting around.
Yeah.
And the term "show don't tell" could also apply to when you're giving the context to the video. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of context. I'm not going to directly mention this one user, but he thinks that this one user thinks that a good way of showing giving context to what a particular point is that instead of speeding up the clip to give the context faster, that particular user thinks that giving the context should automatically mean that you put it in the skip card and stuff when that doesn't actually show the context, especially and people would be confused considering the fact that that the clip that you sped up had some important information in it.
Oh yes.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, totally. Like, presentation is a lot bigger than people want to. At least from what I've seen, than that some people would really want to believe. Like, yeah, points are very important, but it is a video. It is a visual / audio media that is going to be watched by others. And granted, I don't do things the best. I'm very well aware, but I mean, I'm trying to change things. I'm trying to change things.
Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see, how is my editing? Because I do a lot of keyframes, but I just don't know how people think of it.
Yeah. Well, okay. How do I say this? I feel like you're getting better. Like, originally when I first saw your work, I'm gonna admit it. It wasn't that best keyframing wise. Like, I get what you were trying to do. You were trying to make it a bit lively, but it was a bit too much that it kind of it hurt the eyes. But what you're doing now is kind of fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's some parts where it is a bit there's some parts where things happen, but then again things happen.
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like you fit the example I need for saying oh yeah, this is a good thing that people should probably try out, or at least something similar to it.
Because so few people actually bother to zoom in backgrounds.
Yeah, there's gotta be a bit of a balance between when it comes to presentation, there's got to be a big balance, especially if you're using keyframes. I remember, like, the first time that I tried doing keyframes, it was, my first, quick commentary that I did on the Raven the Commentator 2001 channel. There were so many invisible walls to the point where it feels like some parts of my images were playing hide and seek.
I don't get that. Is that like some video editor thing? Because my video editor doesn't do that. It doesn't do that thing where it...
Yeah, Sony Vegas Pro 17 does that a lot if you don't click on the match source output thing, you know?
I was gonna say, isn't that like a masking feature?
I'm sorry?
I said, isn't that like a masking feature that I know some editors have? My editor has that.
Yeah, it is somewhat of a masking feature, but it's also a bit of a feature for effective keyframing as well.
How my video editor does it is that cropping it and maintaining like a 4:3 aspect ratio is like optional. It's like an effect, and you can like manually change how much of it you can crop. So that's why whenever I hear people talking about like stuff getting cut out, I just feel odd because that just never happened to me.
Ah.
You've never been cut out of like an image or something?
No, an image is never cut out by itself. It has never done it. It always has to be good effect.
No.
I'm joking. I was like, it was a joke because you know, like some people things happen and they like cut people out of images.
It's one of the reasons I recommend OpenShot. It's also how I recommend OpenShot for the editing, because here's how OpenShot goes for like keyframing. Basically, if you want to keyframe something, you have to go to the transform tool, and in it there's a blue circle and 8 dots, and they're basically able to transform like each side of it. And with the middle dot, changes what position it is.
Ah.
So that's how
Interesting.
something from one position to another, change the size and all of that.
Yeah, question.
I find that so useful.
Oh. Question about OpenShot.
To do it by the numbers.
Yeah, question about OpenShot. Is it free or do you have to pay for it?
It's free. It's free.
Oh, it is free. Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you want to spend the extra money, then I would highly recommend getting Vegas Pro 17. It's a lot more professional, and there are plenty of ways that you can use it. Otherwise, you can also use Pinnacle Studio, which I've used for about like 1, 2, 3 videos.
1, 2, 3, what?
Yeah, 3 videos that I did. One when I talked about the Madame situation. I think it was like almost like 2 years ago.
That was a situation. Oh my god, it was 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's somewhere around that time.
Time is so wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the second one, that I did, and it's my favorite commentary that I did, and it was commentary fails number 1, the snack that bites back. If you're interested in watching it, then the link will be provided in the description. And it was on, I don't know, it was on this user. I don't know if he does commentaries anymore, but does anyone remember Nicholas E. Miranda?
Yeah, Nicholas E. Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
I subscribe to Nicholas E. Miranda.
Commentaries now when I last checked his channel.
Listen, homie makes banger commentary.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Quantity over quality, ladies and gentlemen. Quantity over quality.
Yeah. I thought the saying was quality over quantity.
Yeah, I remember he did a commentary on my commentary on Onision, and I felt that it was... And shout out to Amanual Gafi, if he's ever listening to this podcast, for bringing that video to my attention. I know that he noticed that, and he was one of the 3 people who did a commentary on me. One of them was Gumdrop Animator, who was also new to the community back in 2018, and Keyblade Master, and I think he's a more seasoned member of the CC, somewhat.
What do you mean seasoned?
Well, he is,
like I know exactly about Nicholas's feud with HaloFan HP00, and while I do have to admit that HaloFan wasn't in the right either in terms of that, Nicholas shows himself that he is no better than HaloFan, considering the fact that even after HaloFan supposedly moved on from him, in videos that Nicholas uploaded from HaloFan, he was nagging at HaloFan to move on, even though at that point he didn't make a video on HaloFan since September of 2020, and he uploaded these re-uploads in November of 2020.
Man.
Ah. Yeah,
I remember seeing
And
that from your video.
I actually vented on Twitter about how Nicholas wouldn't let go about the situation with me and him that happened back in 2018 and at the beginning of 2019. Like, I actually stopped talking about the guy in September of 2019, but he didn't care and he kept on mentioning me anyway, even in videos that I didn't even talk about him. Like, HaloFan actually made a video giving his thoughts on my Nightmare Ned review, and Nicholas decided to do a commentary on HaloFan video when he only mentioned Nicholas just once in that particular video.
Wow. I think I do remember that part of drama unfolding during, like, the whole, lest we forget the blob that ate everyone. That's what Doodletones called it.
Actually, it's not. I hate it.
I don't like
That's
it.
my favorite. No, I hate it.
Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of that chain either. Like, especially since there are more and more and more branches to the tree that should have been burned down a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Since when?
Well, I think it started, like, back in, like...
Interesting thing to bring up about that particular chain. I actually brought up the fact that there were more branches to the tree to Blazing Larvesta in a server back in 2019, and he actually told Doodletones about that.
Oof. Yeah. That...
Doodle.
Yeah, Doodletones... Yeah... I pretty much feel bad for Doodletones at this point, because after that 3-hour video that she did, I feel like it's just it's just like
Situation.
it's just like some chains, they just almost never end, and I feel genuinely sorry for her.
I think she's basically
All that work she did in 2016, that was coming out.
pedophilia drama.
Ultimately
It's just
ended up
SEC drama.
Ugh. Yeah, we might want to talk.
To like talk about a certain drama.
Yeah, we'll talk about, like, how people can deal with drama as it occurs, like, in a future episode. Just basically, it's just like a how-to, it's like a how-to sort of thing, like, how to avoid drama, or how to deal with drama head-on, or how to end drama, basically.
2016 in general for the commentary community was a really awful year. Like, that was the exact same year when YouTube Dude told Comment Jack to stop making commentaries, and that's the exact same year when lots of people were being destructive towards me because I wouldn't immediately do what they wanted me to do with my voice. Like, there were some people that were fair towards that particular thing, like Cyber Squid and Doodletones, but there were others that just straight up decided to mock how I sound and insult how I sound, like BZ the Arsonist and D-Spec Entertainment.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. It's like...
Basically the year of bad homes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for Sean here, because nobody should make fun of how they sound. It's like how a lot of people say that Doodletones sounds like a chipmunk with that voice changer that she has, when...
I think people
Yeah.
should do that.
They still do that, especially
Bro, like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, for being for a second, Doodle Tones is rad. I don't see why people are rad. Yeah, I know it's a weird word to use, but I don't see why people get on her for the voice changer thing. I mean, it just makes her comfortable, and honestly, she's still understandable. Like, maybe, like, if it was turned up to a degree to where it's, like, really hard to, like, listen to what she's saying, then yeah, I'd understand, but it's not. It's just something that makes
Yeah.
like,
It felt like some other people that I refuse to name.
Ugh.
Man. So, not getting political here, but cheesecake. What do y'all think of it within the SEC?
I have never tasted. I never ate cheesecake in my life.
Yeah, I have eaten cheesecake. It's pretty good. Even especially like chocolate cheesecake.
I went to Cheesecake Factory and basically at the Cheesecake Factory, I didn't order cheesecake. No, I ordered a burger, and that burger had a couple hairs in it. So like,
Ew! Oh, that's nasty.
This is the CC bro moment, the SEC bro moment.
Bruh.
yeah. Now I'm gonna look up. Now, see, remember how I said before that I'm gonna find topics and put them on the table? Like,
Yeah.
now I gotta either look at the Cheesecake Factory, a piece of cheesecake, or a burger with hair in it. Okay.
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah.
I remember going to one of my friends.
I've never actually been to the Cheesecake Factory before, but I have seen it like be joked about constantly in like. Have you ever heard of the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
They joke about like the Cheesecake Factory a lot.
I think Cheesecake Factory was also mentioned once in our Charlie.
Cheesecake Factory image.
When you mentioned the Big Bang Theory, I somehow in my head was just reminded of like commentary chains, like not like those kind of chains, but like the joke chains. I miss those. Those were funny.
Oh yeah.
There was one that Lunatic was in. It was like they were like, you really fucks. Funniest thing. Oh my god, I need to send it to you sometime.
Oh yeah.
So we should like get back. Like we should try. Like I don't know. Maybe somebody should do those like again or something.
Yeah, just joke chains and not like the big. Like these, not like these big.
Like chain commentary.
Yeah, these big Godzilla-sized chains.
I like that. That seems fun. It seems fun.
Aren't you and I part of a joke chain?
Oh, I wasn't referring to like.
Oh my god! I want to see if I
was
have
more
that.
so talking like. Okay, what happens is like somebody would make an interjection and something would happen, and that would be to someone else doing something in that video.
Yeah, we need to bring that back sometime. I think, one of the chains that I want to, finish is, what I find ridiculous is this and this and this and that. That key, like, I want to start, like, and what I want to say is, what I find ridiculous is that it's been years since I made that commentary, and I still feel so awful about it.
Who was in the Social Experiment 3? Remember that time where I sent 11 random audio files?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was for like a joke chain I was planning, but I don't think I have it anymore. So 64. Do you still have it?
Oh,
Whoa there!
I don't think I have those audio files.
Let's not call him Beastie. Let's not call him. I'm gonna censor that word too with Waddle squealing.
I'm like the censor master. I'm like the person who swears.
I'm so sorry for how much you're gonna have to edit, Raven.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm gonna have to edit lots of stuff out with Sony Vegas.
I talk a lot of trash. I talk a lot of stuff.
I like 100 gex. Yo, I might use 100 gex in like an.
Oh my god, yeah, 100 gigs, yeah.
100 gex, yes.
No, I hate Money Machine so much.
No, Money Machine is the best song.
I hate it. I hate it. That's my favorite.
You think you're so fucking cool? You think you're so fucking rad, huh? I think that's what the lyrics are, right?
Let's talk about intro cards.
Intro cards. Oh yeah, I remember doing like a bunch of intro cards myself. Yeah.
You guys haven't
I
done
never
it?
did an intro card before. I never did.
I have a few intro cards myself, and they're all pretty much the same, except for the text at the end of the intro card. One of them says a commentary video, one of them says a countdown, one says a review, etc.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I have a couple, what's it called? I have a couple intro cards that I did before. My first one was, like, terrible. But, like, I mean, the second one was okay. It's public, but it's on a it might be unlisted now, but it was for it's for a now canceled commentary. That was a co-op. What else? What else was there? I did a couple. Like, I have one for the commentary I'm working on, like, recently or whatever.
Yeah, you also have the Dragon Soul one for your commentary on Toast Tech.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I also have one, I also have one for that, co-op that 64BC Man and I were planning on doing, and that is for, Deviant Crow. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no, but I really like
I'm going to go ahead and go, since, there's someone wanting to call me, so I'm going to go ahead and go.
Alright, see ya. Godspeed.
Well, it's nice getting to meet you.
Nice talking to you, friend. See you later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should that just be like the end of the podcast?
Oh.
Like,
No, I was gonna say I had some more to talk about. I was gonna talk
okay,
about
never mind. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, I was
I
gonna
just
say,
wondering
like,
if anyone else is gonna be joining this late into it.
one thing I do really much, like, I like about intro cards, or at least I like with what I'm trying to do with intro cards, is when you don't really try to make something very serious, but you just kind of go off. Like, whatever hops into your head, you just throw to the page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I was doing my Atlas. No, that's how I was trying to do my commentary intro card for my newest commentary. I put it as unlisted, but I threw it in the commentary Discord, the slideshow commentary Discord. So, like, if you saw it, you saw it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I did with the intro card that I edited for Beastie Man, 64 Beastie Man, and his co-op on Deviant Crow. And I know it's not really a creative title, but I called it The Bird Fight.
Oh my god, I did make a commentary intro before, and it's garbage. It was for my 10th commentary special commentary. See, I'm just gonna rag on that title. Basically, I wanted to do a commentary special for my 10th commentary, and the title is 10th Commentaries Special Commentary.
Oh.
This was during the phase where whenever I say finale, I always write it like finally.
Finally.
Yeah, who remembers it when I showed you guys my old gotcha story? Basically, the final episode was always called Finally.
Oh yeah, like I think we did that in a Discord call once.
It did that, yeah. But yeah, this is like so many grammar issues.
But yeah, no, like, what was it? Like, for that commentary intro card that I mentioned, I, like, threw, just because, like, it was on my mind, I just threw in the gif of, like, Mario, like, about to throw Bowser, so it's just this spinning Mario and Bowser, and I thought it was the funniest thing.
So long, Gay Bowser!
And that was the background for the entire intro card. It was just Mario and Bowser spinning, but it was blurry, so it wasn't, like, that focused on.
No.
Oh wow, that makes me the only one who hasn't done an intro card yet.
Yeah, I was with you. I was with you, 64 BC, but now I can't. So.
I gotta leave. Man. Bro, intro cards are wild.
Yeah, they are.
No, I will say one big problem I have when it comes to making intro cards is...
Who remembers my canceled commentary on Meta? I plan on doing an intro card, and I still like the editing in it.
Oh, speaking of commentating on Meta, I think Whack. I think another commentary group that Bolty and I are in, Whack.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that Ombrus is going to be editing an intro card for a pod quad up Bolty and I are in.
Ah.
I want to be an editor for Pog. I was gonna do it for the original one, but since it was the first Pog time, I wanted to put extra keyframes in there. But then, no, it got way too time consuming.
Yeah.
I ended up splitting it. But then Umbrus did it for way longer than I thought I would, and twice.
Ah.
And basically, I think I still have the original unlisted video. Did you guys delete it? The original unlisted intro?
I don't think we did. Yeah, and I remember like I uploaded like a little full end credits thing for the Pog Halloween special.
That's something I really disliked because like this was like something petty. I'm gonna say it right now, but I disliked how Umber basically generalized the intro. Because to me, I wanted to do something interesting. The background was supposed to be a bunch of real-life images, and there was supposed to be a bunch of keyframing. Umber's changed it so that it became a generic Danganronpa background, and the avatars changed. It's definitely a me thing, but I just like kind of find that not annoying per se, but like a bit frustrating.
And then what about the music? Was it still going to be Chocolate Disco?
What do you mean chocolate disco?
Well, I think Umbrus used that as like the intro song for her commentary.
I think we never talked about that, but basically, the original, I think the opening theme is still the same. It's a Lost Dimension song.
Oh, yeah.
TheCottonCandy's joined.
Hello.
Hi. I missed you guys.
Yeah, sorry you joined in this late. We had Sean S to fill in for you just in case. We were talking about commentary intros.
About it.
Oh,
Very interesting.
Lost Dimension. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Like,
Yeah, it was used in the intro. It was used in the intro in the first PogCom. I know that for sure because I saw the title.
like
We
when it comes
basically-
to intro cards, I know it's actually much harder. Like, at least I believe that it's much harder to like, and for me it is a lot harder to make something original like with intro cards than it is to actually do something original within the commentary. But I did like one thing that a certain person did, also known as the Insane Critic. What he did with his intro card is that he made it kind of feel like a musical. Like it didn't exactly, how do I explain this?
I think it's with like him popping up constantly, right?
It's somewhat like that, but it felt like there was somewhat things going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's like lots of stuff going on.
It had a certain flow with it that just made it feel a lot more like a musical than an actual like intro, like a lot of intro cards do. And I honestly respect that. I respect that. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I gotta respect like the effort to, or at least what seemed like an effort to change things up.
Yeah, if you think that that one intro for Pog was bad, then you should have seen the Pog episode 2 intro card. I just had like this waiting rainbow flag in the background, and then just characters just sliding through with VeggieTales music.
But the thing I didn't like was the outro, how 4 people just randomly appeared.
May I see? If you don't mind.
Oh, do you still have like? I think I might still have the link to that. If I were just one.
I was gonna say, I don't think I just keep the link to that commentary on me. Especially considering how personally I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Yeah. I'm pulling that up right now.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
By the way, it's not a problem at all if you have like a limited voice chat.
Yeah.
If it ever happens again, I'll just wait.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
feel sorry about it.
yeah.
Oh, Paul, I appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
really dope. Ow. Sorry if I make little like remarks, like a little ow or whatever. I love playing video games because honestly, it makes things a lot more relaxing for me, and it makes my brain work better.
Yeah, I do that sometimes on occasion too, especially with Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh, that's another thing that we could talk about in a future podcast. Like, if there are any other gamers who might be interested in talking about like video games and gaming in general, like what people like about video games and all that sort of stuff.
So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can talk about, both like positive and negative.
No, I'm joking. I don't hate video games.
Hey, I forgot. Someone used Dipper Pines.
Actually, that was like a backup thing for Limbo Fast Frame that I came up with.
I was gonna say, wasn't there somebody who actually did at one point though? That was interesting.
Like K,
What was it?
either like Illinois Guy 34 or K Commentates.
That's what I was thinking of. K commentates.
Yeah, and I think Illinois Guy 34, if you guys remember him, he used Dipper as an avatar at one point.
Now that I think about it, every single podcast so far, the intro or outro has always been changed and uploaded separately. Is it just me? Okay, so we already know about the first one. The first one was uploaded. The beta intro was uploaded unlisted. And this time, it was the outro that was uploaded on another channel. Was it unlisted or no?
It is unlisted, yes.
Oh yeah, unlisted.
May I ask what's going on in general? I'm not sure what happened between the two, but I'm sure that it's on the past now.
Yeah.
I don't think they can hold a grudge forever, now,
well,
can they?
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but, it didn't have something to do with, like, another drama that they had, yeah. I mean...
Not necessarily. A user joined, and then...
Oh, that was Zero.
Sonic Shadow just... Oh, Zero?
Yeah,
Plenty of users named Zero. Or ones I've met before anyways. Hard to keep track of them all.
Yeah, it is.
Either way, I'm perfectly cool with this.
Yeah.
I just hope another drama doesn't start.
No.
I'm not sure what they mean by unforgivable.
Yeah, I might wanna, yeah, for this server, I think I have a strict no drama policy.
Yeah, especially in a podcast like this. Or like if
I
two
can
of the people
really
that
respect
are like,
that rule.
Yeah.
like doing drama in one podcast, I wouldn't say derail the conversation, but basically turn it into an argument.
Yeah, just a huge argument that's gonna explode into something even bigger. And get bigger and bigger until it turns into like a big blob that eats everyone.
Yeah, right.
Never mind that.
You wouldn't want that.
It's just yucky vibes aren't welcome anyways.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. Also, what was I gonna say about things again? Oh yeah, we brought up gaming, and that just reminded me of back to our presentation conversation we were having. Like, right before Cotton joined, we were talking about like presentation, and like, oh my gosh, I used to present my videos like through like game visuals or whatever, and then I would have like my avatar images over. Honestly, I find that interesting. I feel like some people should try footage or not.
Yeah, and have you?
I'm not gonna
Yeah, in Darkness. In Darkness.
Tried, but I ended up screwing up the aspect ratio
Yeah,
for the sake of stylistic choices.
Yeah,
ratio.
yeah. Darkness Stone actually has that style when he does commentaries as well. If any of you have ever heard of him.
Yeah, I need to explain that, because a lot of people don't understand what I meant by, like, that one commentary I did, like, the allophobia commentary. Basically, who here knows what pop and music is?
I do, but that's what you showed me when I was asking about Avatar.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it, Hypo.
Yeah, I love that series. But basically, how they do songs, or like how they do song covers at least, I need to send like a thumbnail, but I can't really see it as a preview. Yeah. Basically, look at thumbnails like this. Look at the aspect ratio. I wanted to do this thing where like my commentaries were like that aspect ratio, but the original target was like okay, they were like normal. I tried to do that, and it ended up screwing up and made it look like there was a black borders all around it circling it.
I can definitely see that.
Man, sometimes things like that happen.
Yeah, things like that do happen, especially if you try to do a short commentary on a TikTok. If some of you remember my commentary on that vegan teacher's video about coming out as LGBT and coming out as a vegan animal rights activist not too long ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's giving me a headache just thinking about her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, weirdly, TikTok actually does have some pretty okay commentary material. Like, not long commentary material, but pretty short
Actually,
stuff.
you know what? There's an actually pretty rad commentator on TikTok. Basically, they're a doctor, and they commentate on a bunch of videos of people who were trying to get medical advice. And she basically disproves their methods. I need to find it, but somebody talked about it.
Guys, we're gonna do TikTok commentaries.
No.
That person's actually really great with commentaries.
I feel like that would work
TikTok.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have sworn myself away from TikTok because of how toxic people on there can be sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get it. Personally,
got bored
I
of
can
the
use
app.
it for like.
That sounds terrible.
I had it for a while, but then I got rid of it since it didn't interest me all too well.
Yeah.
I deleted it for personal reasons that I will not disclose here.
It's fine.
Yeah, understandable.
If you need anyone to talk to, come to me. It's fine if you don't want to speak about it. We're all here for you.
Yeah, and you can also talk to me as well. If there's anything troubling you, then you can always talk to me. Except if you try to annoy me into talking to any other person that has had trouble with me in the past, then no. And also, the block button isn't destroying social skills. People are destroying social skills. I'm sorry, but that's a harsh truth.
I don't get it.
That turned into something quick. Oh my.
Yeah. But back to the discussion about presentation at hand. I know lots of
I
people.
was gonna say,
Yeah, go ahead.
I like when people try to do something different. Like, drawing footage is interesting, gaming footage is interesting, and like the normal commentary thing is cool. But I like when people like to mess around with things. Like, I don't know if Ponder still considers like herself part of the SCC or whatever. But I like what she does now where it's kind of like she has the whole skill thing, but she also has the art footage.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Ponder though, because like she basically made her content in a way where like, in order for people to watch it, she needs to constantly be talking about drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Ponder. I really do feel bad for Ponder.
I really missed Ponder when they stopped uploading.
Yeah.
Start uploading again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she started uploading again.
Yeah, she started uploading and they were talking about the and she was talking about the Cosmodor thing.
I think she was talking about it in an update video where she was like not like the Cosmodor thing, but the whole like a whole different thing, like for why she hasn't been uploading much, and that was because like her mental health when it came to like these drama like commentaries and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
That
it.
sounds awful.
I talked to Ponder kind of one time in like a group call in her server or whatever. But she seems like a nice person. I don't think she seems very nice, and I don't feel like she should be like having to deal with like this all the time.
No, drama is Yeah, drama is like a drug. You get addicted to it, and eventually, it'll just wear you out, you know?
I don't think it's exactly Ponder being addicted to like drama, but
I think
feel
I
like
talked to Ponder once, and I think she kind of hates me now.
Yeah, I remember commenting on some of Ponder's videos, like the ones relating to the Spocter drama. Yeah, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I still really like those videos and I like how insightful she is, but I don't think that she should be like talking about drama too much, because if she keeps getting herself dragged into drama that she doesn't want to really be in, then it's just gonna destroy your mental well-being, and which is why I don't talk about drama all that much. Really, it's just.
It's not like I feel bad for commentators who give requests.
like, how do I say this? In her update video, she made it seem like, at least like from what it seems like, it sounds like it's like people more like pressuring her into making these videos.
Yeah, because remember, she took
There's always so much drama.
and that's something I will never do. Never do request commentaries. Because you have a different mindset than the requester. If you have a different mindset, then you don't know what you're going to commentate on.
Yeah, like here's a little example. Let's say that someone wants to do a commentary on a video that supports LGBT rights, and the person disagrees with it. And now, let's say I agree with a lot of the points that were made in the video, then that would make the person requesting it pretty angry now, wouldn't it?
Man, people are wild.
Yeah, yeah, they are wild.
Bad for Ponder. They seem nice.
Yeah,
She doesn't deserve this.
No.
And the request commentary themes can also be set for dual tones because of her one commentary on TP.
Yeah, I mean, unless...
See, I think that with the TP drama, that thing is, like, done. Like, that thing
Yeah.
That thing is bad.
I don't think
If you want to talk about something where she's still getting unjustly criticized for, you gotta talk about her video on Jar.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
She was more so saying that, like, when it came to, like, requested commentaries, because that was a requested commentary.
Yeah, unless it's, like, people you know that want to request commentary material or just want to give commentary material if you're out of it, then usually commentary requests aren't always the best option.
Oh my god.
Imagine if they, like, commission you to commentate on something, so you can't even back out.
That's a terrible idea.
Nobody should commission for commentaries. Only
That could go wrong.
lots of things can go wrong. Like, I mean, granted, you could get the money that you need to pay for, like, your food or your bills or whatever, but a downside to that is you're stuck with one thing and one thing only, and you can't do anything else, and it's just going to cause a lot of burnout. Save the commissions for the artists, my friends.
If somebody commissioned me to commentate on Boonslayer, I'm instantly backing the fuck out of that.
Yes. Or if somebody wanted me to do a commentary on either Keyblade Master or Doodle Tones, I'm backing out of those as well, unless they actually did something stupid.
Oh, now the mood of the room has gone down. Let's try to lighten it back up.
Yeah.
Well, I would personally enjoy if it was lightened.
Yep.
Yeah. What was I gonna say again? Oh, yeah.
OCs. Commentary OCs. You got them, you share them.
Commentary OCs, they're kind of interesting. How do I explain them? For me, personally, like, I know some people just use them as, like, another avatar. Me, I don't plan on using Nova that much. Like, there's certain cases where I will use Nova, or I plan on using Nova, but most of the time I want to use Nova is for, like, short story commentary with that.
Yeah, because I have a working plot, and just... See, on one hand, I like doing it, but on the other hand, the fact that I can barely find material, like, makes it hard for me to continue it.
It's not that for me, it's more so that I have no order in which I finish my commentaries and stuff. It's just like, oh
yeah.
God. Like, I know I have 3 commentaries that I know I have to finish in a certain order, wasting time kind of soon, and that's because it comes, like, canonically, it comes right after, the BirdieCon. So, like...
You know, speaking of OCs, I actually, if I have more stills for, I want to use my, persona for some commentaries.
If I ever have time, I might make another image. I don't know. I feel like it could have done better.
Yeah.
So, aside from Birdie, do any of you have, like, commentary characters? I like self-inserts or
I have 2 more. Well, not 2 more. I have a couple more that I plan on using. Like, there's Mia Scottson. That's another character that I have planned. As well as, Chuka, who is, like, paired up with Birdie.
I will not, like,
that is a
you know how I name things. You know how I name things.
What?
I will not criticize you for your naming conventions, because, like, if you know mine...
No, I'm gonna say I named the Chuka, but, like, I named her that because it's a joke, No, I mean, not the Juka thing. I mean, like, the Scotsman thing. Scottson? Oh, Mia Scottson?
Yeah.
Maya Scottson? I don't know why I said Mia. I made the name. How did I say
I know, exactly. Like, the people who create names, like me, we all do it badly. Like, Idris Elba's protagonist. Or, I need to find the name that I tried to give to one of Umbris's characters. Flocka Flocka, Triple Coquinia, Boxikinika.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, that's just her last name. Like how, like, Nova, his full name is Nova Starshock.
Mhm.
Man, that reminds me of a Warrior Cat's name.
Warrior Cats. Yeah, I would want to mention something about like some fandoms, especially in, like, commentators in certain fandoms, but I feel like that's another discussion for another podcast.
Everything's another discussion.
Yeah, if you look at the table's kind of cramped now.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
Oh, I gotta send the image.
Can you please not call me fandom?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No problem.
This is what the table looks like now.
Oh, jeez.
Everything's
How
on
do we
the
even
floor.
clean the glass anymore? Also, we gotta add. Oh, there we go. Never mind. You already added them.
Yeah.
You don't have to just.
It's nice.
Take one of my stills like that. I could just draw you a custom one, if you want.
I mean, I guess if you want. I don't
Yeah.
really have any, like...
Actually, maybe I could even draw one thumbnail for the Comm-Cast if you want.
I love that name.
Oh yeah, the Comm-Cast. That would be wonderful. Like that'd be great. You know, just so we won't have, like, a table this cramped.
Yeah.
I actually love how cramped the table is. It just shows how much of a mess we have.
It's just completely unorganized.
I just got a great idea for something to draw for the thumbnail. Based on the things on the table, I was thinking of a card game. So what if the gimmick was everyone sitting around at a round table and playing a card game, except instead of, like, Uno, it's different topics?
Oh yes, that's a great idea.
I really love that idea.
That's actually what this is.
I love that. That's cool. But yeah, what was I gonna say?
I
Oh
like
yeah, I
the
remember.
the keep running thing.
I did. I saw it on the left side and I didn't know how to feel about it.
I gotta, like, post that separately for, like, the supersonic word meme.
Yeah, keep running.
It's keep run pog.
But no, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I have, like, more characters and stuff I plan on adding in. I also have a whole new dimension, I guess. Yes, it's mainly a joke, and it's called a dead world.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, if I were...
Seven different species.
If I were to have, like, an overarching plot for commentaries, I'd probably have, like, other characters, but they're based on, like, text-to-speech voices, like, say, for Speakonia ones, like, Microsoft Sam, Microsoft Mike, Microsoft Mary, and all that good stuff, you know?
And, like, I like this, I like Dead World, or at least what I'm gonna do with it, because what I'm gonna do is, like, I have, like, 3 characters that are supposed to run Dead World. 3 of them are Pokemon, as a matter of fact. One is the life Pokemon Xerneas, the one is the death Pokemon Yveltal, and the one is the time Pokemon Celebi. I felt like it was only fitting.
But actually, what its subtitle's called?
Yeah, probably.
Because I know it's what it does. I know it's what it does, but I don't know if that's...
It's not what it does. My bad, it's not subtitle. That's just like how I'm like saying it, explaining it for those who don't really know the Pokemon are in.
So, like, for Death World, where would Zygarde be?
I don't know. Like, it's gonna exist because this is how Dead World works. Literally anything and everything exists.
Yeah.
So in Dead World, would that make the ghost-type Pokemon dead?
You see, this is why it's so fun, because I don't know.
Well, then they're extra dead, like a lasagna layer.
Like, they're double dead.
Everything exists.
Acted dead.
Here, I'm thinking in Death World, they'd be alive.
Oh no.
There's 3 layers of Dead World.
Still alive.
There was dead, and dead.
Man, that's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
Your body is just, like, busted to the point where, like, you're literally just a shape.
Yeah, no, but basically how it works is just everything and anything can exist, and it goes on for as long as possible. Like when it comes to like range, like for how like expansive it is, it's just a bunch of madness, and it's amazing.
Just shaves.
For the background that I'm planning on using for it, I'm going to use like Revelations from Black Ops 3, which is kind of how I describe like Dead World, where it's just like a bunch of areas and stuff that are just mashed up together.
I need to find where that GIF is from.
Oh, I just searched up where the show that originally had the clip on the Discord GIF section, and I found it.
Yeah, is it like a playtime with shapes sort of thing, like Teletubbies, but with shapes?
Oh no, it's from the show that is basically the creative segment of a show, except that's the whole show. It's called Mr. Maker.
Oh, Mr. Maker!
I remember that from my childhood, so I especially remember the shapes. So I just immediately thought of that when you said nothing but shapes.
Yeah.
My mind is incredibly messed up. It's spaghetti at this point.
That's alright.
So, is there anything else that people would like to talk about?
I am Spaghetti Child!
Yeah. Well, I think, we might as well want to wrap things up. So if anyone has like any final words that they'd like to say, then I'd suggest we just go one by one.
We lost some allies, and we gained some allies. It's a Fire Emblem chapter.
Oh my god. Alright, Beastie?
No, I'll just let you guys go on first.
Alright, Cotton Candy?
Alright, I just want to say thank you all for listening to the podcast.
Alrighty then, I don't have much to say besides, have fun, stay safe, and, don't hurt yourself, and, have fun, and, have fun, and, if you don't have fun, then I'm gonna cry, but just have fun, and, that's it.
Redbird.
Alright, so basically what I have to say is, it was nice seeing everybody on this podcast for the first time. We might do this on a bi-weekly schedule, considering what Raven has in store for us, so I'm anyways, look out for the next episode, and hopefully we'll see you all there.
Alright. Hypochromia?
Oh, I already said mine.
Oh, you already said mine? Alright. Thank you guys so much for listening, to this podcast. Sorry, thank you. Sorry if some of the topics that we have discussed offended you in some way. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to learn about these amazing people. The guests in the podcast and their channels will be provided in the description. And as always, until next time, this is Raven Pines and the people in the Comm-Cast saying take care and be kind to one another. Adios!